Hi everyone and welcome to another Tech Tuesday. Today we're going to be going over formulas and functions basics in Excel. So the first thing we need to touch on real briefly is the basis of Excel, which is the cells themselves. You can see each of the little boxes here has various values in them, and each of them has little designations, letters for the columns, numbers for the rows, that tell you, that allow you to refer to the value in that cell. So you can see I click on this here, it shows the value up in the formula box up here, like so, like so. If I wanted to put a new value into a cell that didn't have a value already, all I have to do is click on that. You can see the box selecting that cell right there. I just type and hit enter or click away from it, and now I have that value in that particular cell. Likewise, to get rid of it, I just select it and hit the delete key. If I want to overwrite the value that's in one of the prior cells, all I have to do is click on it, type whatever I want the new value to be, and either hit enter or click away from it, and you can see it sets it as the new value now. If I want to edit the value, not just overwrite it in one of these cells, I click on it, then I can go up to the formula box right here, and then I can backspace, enter the new value I want, and again, enter or click away, it will set that new value. Okay, so as you can see right now, we have all these values here, but Excel wouldn't be very useful if that's all it did, and indeed it does more. So formulas are the most basic way of doing calculations with the data you enter into the Excel cells. So let's say, just for example, that we wanted to know the sum of the values in this cell, C6, and this cell, C7. And we want to put the result in this cell, C8. The very first thing we do whenever we're creating a formula in Excel is enter the equal sign. That tells Excel that we're doing a formula. And then we can either type in the designations of the cells that we want. So I could type in C6 after the equal sign, or C7 after the equal sign, or I can just click on it and you can see it automatically adds it to my formula right here. Then put in an equal or a plus sign because we want to find the sum of the two. Click on the other cell and you see it inserts C7 as well. And now, if I hit enter, it will show me the sum of those two cells. And it's dependent on the values in those cells, which means if I change this, overwriting it like so, say, the answer down here updates as well. I can do the same thing with minus signs for subtraction, a slash for division, or an asterisk for multiplication. Okay, so I can get the sum of the entire row by putting in each cell designation, so C3 plus C4 plus C5 plus C6 plus C7, but that's a little bit tedious. Fortunately, Excel has a sum function that I can use. So again, I can just hit the equal sign, type in sum. Every function in Excel has arguments after it, so you put a parentheses, and you can see right here it's telling me it's expecting a certain number of numbers after that. So I go like that, and then I can put a comma between them and keep typing. But that's kind of tedious also. So what I can also do is just select the entire range that I want the sum of. Left click, hold, drag like so, and you see it does C3 colon C7, which means it's everything in between those two and including those two. Now I close the function with another parentheses. You have to have a left parentheses here and a right parentheses here. Hit enter. And now I have the sum of that entire column. Now, For the most commonly used functions, like sum, average, so on and so forth, Excel makes it even a little bit easier than that. It has this Autosum function right up here. Now, if I just click on it right now, it will create what it thinks I'm asking for in terms of sums. And you see, it guesses exactly what I was trying to do and does it. But what I can also do with that is, instead of clicking on the Autosum here, I click on the down arrow here, and I have the option to choose from sum, average, count numbers, which counts the number of discrete unique numbers in the range, max, so whatever the highest value is, and min, whatever the lowest value is. So we'll do average. As you can see, it assumes the average of those, and it gives me the average of all these values. So say I'm just looking for sums. So I just go up here, I click on Autosum, it gives me the sum of that column. That's great. I could keep doing that, going down the line for each of these columns. But again, Excel has a way of making that even easier. You can extend functions by dragging from this little box on the lower right corner of a cell that has a formula or function in it, and it will replicate that function, but relatively, meaning it'll take the numbers from this column to add up here, the numbers for this column to add up here, so on and so forth. So all I have to do is left click and hold, then drag across here. Let it go. And you can see it gives me sums now in every column that references the values in that column. So you see, if I click here and I look at the actual formula, or the actual function rather, it's D3 through D7. If I click here, E3 through E7, so on and so forth. And now, just for the little sense of completion, we'll do that over here as well. And just, again, just drag down, it auto-completes. Okay, that is it for this Tech Tuesday episode of Excel, formulas and functions. Please give some of the other videos on our YouTube channel a watch. We're putting up a bunch of interesting stuff, and have a nice day.